Hi there, I'm Amanda Castor with Material Girl Quilts. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Tango quilt. Now, there are a couple of reasons that I really love this beautiful quilt. One is because all you need to make it are some pre-cut 10-inch squares or a layer cake along with your background fabric. And the second reason I really love it is that the blocks are larger size, so these finish at 16 inches. And the pattern includes two different size options. So you can make, the one that I made is a 64-inch square throw size quilt, or you can make a 64-inch by 80-inch size. And as a reminder, if you're a member of Material Girl Society, you have access to download the PDF of this pattern, as well as every pattern that I release each month. If you're not a member of the Society, please head to my website, materialgirlquilts.com, and click on the membership in the top menu to learn more. Now let's get started. Okay, now to make our half square triangles, what we're going to do is we're going to select one background and one print 10-inch squares, and we're going to lay them right sides together, and you will draw a diagonal line across each diagonal. And then you're going to sew 1/4 inch on either side of those drawn lines. So you're only sewing 4 different lines. And then what we're going to do is we are going to cut directly in the center, and I prefer to help line it up. I usually try to line up one of the lines on my ruler on the bottom of one of the squares and then get it centered where these X's are made. And we'll do a cut vertically and horizontally across the center. And here I line up my ruler line with the line I just cut and make sure that we're going straight through this center X. And we still do not move this at all, and we will cut directly on the diagonal lines that we drew. And now we have 8 half square triangles. So that is how we can make 8 half square triangles at once. We're going to press these towards the dark fabric, so away from the background, and trim them all to measure 4.5 inches square. Okay, I have all of my half square triangles trimmed. And as a reminder, depending on which size quilt you're wanting to make, the pattern will tell you how many pre-cut 10-inch squares you will need to create your half square triangles. So once you get them all cut, you're going to pair 2 different prints together to coordinate in a block, and then you're going to lay out your half square triangles as shown. And then you're going to sew the half square triangles into rows, which I have already started. As you can see here, the rows are sewn together, and then we'll sew the rows together to complete the block. Now each row I have pressed in opposite directions, as you can see, so that when we go to sew the rows together, our seams will nest. So we're going to go ahead and start sewing these rows together. And here is our completed block. Now I need to press these seams and I'm going to press them open. Now here is the completed block all pressed, And as you can see, in between each row, I press the seams open. It just helps it lay a little flatter when you go to quilting. Now the finished size for these, once they're pieced, will be 16.5 inches. And you will lay them out according to the quilt layout diagram with 4 blocks per row. And then you will sew the blocks into rows and then sew the rows together to complete your quilt top. Now whichever size quilt you decide to make, I think you're gonna love it, especially if you use fabrics as beautiful as these. And I'm gonna tell you, because I know people will ask, this collection is called Tango and it's by Kate Spain, and it's available in quilt shops right now. In fact, I'm just waiting for my backing fabric to be delivered from Fat Quarter Shop before I can get this quilted. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure you click the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any tutorials going forward. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.